171.
All right, so let's jump back in. So I brought up Tyron Woodley and Carlos Condit. Let's go ahead and start picking them. So right now,
we got to start at the top and work our way down. Or
okay. Well, I don't know. I think we kind of said that Hendricks is going to win the first fight. So, but you guys disagree?
I mean, that's my opinion.
What do you think, sir?
I'm choosing Hendricks, even though someone else is choosing Lawyer out there. I'm gonna choose Hendricks. I keep saying Lawyer because he's gonna need a lawyer. we got somebody out there, and they're going for Robbie Lawyer, and it's okay. But Hendricks gonna get him.
Well, we'll stick Rodney with him since his name is Rodney. You know, it kind of goes together. All right,
you can't pick me as a loser, man. I mean, come on now.
No,
come on, man.
You gotta tell a story one day when you broke that brick.
Remember? Yeah, it's a long story though.
He broke 10,000 bricks with one finger, y'all.
Yes, a long story.
Yeah.
we better get back to 171 now.
Right. All right, so
that's another show, Sifu.
I like Tyron, but for whatever reason, I just think that Carlos is going to get this one. What do you guys think?
Carlos Condit.
I think Carlos Condit too. I think Tyron is a great fighter, but
great wrestler.
Carlos Condit is just his strategy is just crazy.
Yeah,
he's very strategic. He's a good puncher.
Mm-hmm.
I just think his work ethic is just going to dominate a little more. It's hard. I'm kind of stopping and going right here because, like I said, Tyron is good. He's coming, but I don't. Just on the edge right now, I think Carlos is going to get him.
Well, you know, Tyron's really been keyed in on his boxing. He's really been focusing on his boxing. He's a wrestler background, but he's really been working on that. And, hey, he's been knocking guys out with it. He took out Koscheck. He took out Jay Haran, retired Jay Haran. So,
and those are all big things.
Yeah.
Because both of those guys right there are two good fighters. Yeah. And like I say,
Koscheck was a contender. You know, he was number one contender.
Yeah. And Koscheck's been around. He's been around a while.
Yeah.
But he's very skillful, you know, in what he does.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think Condit's just got. I mean, even if Woodley takes him down, Condit's so good on his back.
Yeah.
You know, his jiu-jitsu and his
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's just. I think right now he's just outskilled.
Yeah.
Let's put it like he's outskilled.
And Vegas has Condit winning as well. So
I guess they agree. Well, let's go to Sanchez versus Jury. So we got Miles Jury versus, he called himself the Dream now. So he used to be the Nightmare. Why you laugh, sir? Why you laughing?
Because he's a nightmare.
Is he? That guy is he's something else. But Jury says, you know, Miles won the tough season. So, actually got hurt the first one towards towards knee or something.
ACL, I think.
ACL,
yeah.
And then he came back, won the next season, has been on the tear, you know, beat Michael Johnson, who's up and coming lightweight. So now he's unbeaten, 13-0, and now he's ready for a big name. He said, I want a big name, household name fighter so that I can beat him to put myself on the map.
You don't want to draw the card though.
Yeah.
You don't. It's like y'all remember Clay Guida?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever want to pull him on
I
a
like
card.
how you said that. Do you remember?
Well, Clay's not around anymore.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying.
But Diego Sanchez, Clay Guida, those kind of people.
Those are fights, man.
Those will
fight you. You in a fight.
You in a fight. You're not going to go out there and stall.
They ain't call that boy the carpenter for nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you fought Clay Guida. He came to fight.
Yes.
And Diego, I mean, he's no gas tank. I mean, there's just no stop on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
When the bell rings, oh man, you just.
Well, he was giving it to Melendez, right?
Yeah.
Gilbert Melendez. He was giving him the business. Almost edged him out.
Exactly.
Almost edged him out. So that should tell you
I
something.
just don't think this guy Miles. I mean, I don't think he has the UFC experience.
Right.
And I refer to that a lot because other fights on this card, you know, people have never fought in the UFC.
Right.
And they may be 14 or 15-0
Right.
in Strikeforce or in Bellator or somewhere else, but until you step into the NFL, until you are on a professional field,
it's a whole different ball
you know,
game.
That's right.
Looking at this is the big leagues.
Well, the first thing you got to remember is to breathe when you get out there because you are on the big leagues, and just the fact that you're there is intimidating enough.
It's not 20 people cheering for you in the crowd now. It's it's a couple hundred, thousand people, 1 million people on pay-per-view.
Yeah,
that's a lot lot
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
And if you're not used to it, Carlos Condit has been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
On main cards.
Right.
It does. No,
I mean, because he was WEC champion.
Yeah.
then came over number one contender for. In fact, he was the interim champion.
Yeah.
And then he came over, fought GSP, came up.
So I mean,
just so short.
These guys are used to that. Diego Sanchez, the same thing. Been fighting for a while.
So,
I just don't think Miles has the experience, in the UFC to handle it.
Well, but in the fights that I've seen him fight, again, those are really up and comers. They're not established stars like Diego Sanchez. So I think Diego's, I think he's going to edge him out. I think he's going to win this one.
Vegas disagrees with you guys.
What?
They got Miles jury favor. You might want to put money on this one. But on Twitter, everyone has Diego Sanchez winning.
Yeah.
But I guess Vegas is trying to get some bets in.
What odds are Vegas giving?
They're giving jury a very slight edge, I would say, in terms of the odds. They've got jury, minus 170. Sanchez plus 140.
Man.
So,
well, I guess people going for Sanchez about to get rich.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a good night for the people that are going for Sanchez then. And then we got Jake Shields versus Hector Lombard. So, and on that one, I don't know. Hector's been impressing me. That dude, he's short, stocky, Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
Just going through and just choking the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, I looked at that. That's hard, man, because Jake Shields is a good fighter, man. But like you said, this little dude Hector, he's coming out and he's monkey climbing up people and just putting them to sleep.
Well, he's edging out. He edges out in takedown accuracy with 38% to Jake Shields' 31%. But takedown defense, he got 75% versus 43%. So I think Jake may be in a long night, in for a long night. But Jake Shields also knows that his back is still against the wall. He may be on the chopping block.
Exactly, and that's why I think. I mean, I chose Jake as my pick because he knows it's do or die time. It's put up or shut up. It's time.
So I'm sure that when he loses his fight, Bellator will be right at the door with a contract in hand,
or a movie contract,
or a movie contract, depending on how bad the loss is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, two things could happen if he loses this fight. Two things can happen. He could walk out the door and Hollywood could be there with a movie contract, or Bellator could be waiting with the limousine. So
I think I'm going with the movie contract. I think it's a lot.
Like you said, it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
You make twice as much.
Yeah.
And you're not getting hit.
Okay, so let's go on to the last fight, which is Ovin St. Was it
St.
Preux?
Preux.
Yeah, St. Preux versus Nikita Krivalov. Okay.
Krivalov.
And so we got to say that, first of all, this was a replacement fight. So let's, because eventually it was supposed to be Thiago Silva that was supposed to take this fight, but of course, what happened to him, he got arrested.
Right. That was really sad.
Yeah, it was.
That's a sad situation.
He snapped, so he's in jail. For those you don't know, he's out now, but he was released from the UFC. So
immediately,
Nikita took over the fight for that one, and I got to go with Ovince. Ovince is fast. He's quick, hits hard. Nice kicks. He's very technical, I think.
I just started watching him.
Okay.
And I like him. I like him. He moves around some. And actually, when I first saw him before he fought, I was like, okay, well, what this dude gonna do? What he got? He didn't look all that prominating. And I guess by my thing about feeling going down in the UFC, I'm looking for somebody too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, these ain't no fights. What's up? And then he got in and started getting with the business. And I was like, oh, wait a minute here.
Oh, yeah. He's a late starter. He's definitely a late starter. So what you think, Lance?
Yeah, this Nikolai guy, isn't that his name?
Al Capone.
And Nikita.
Nikita.
How many fights does he have in the UFC?
Zero. Yeah. This is first.
He might have a 25-0 record, but
Yeah.
until you get that first win in the UFC, I can't cheer. I can't root for him.
Yeah. Well, I got to say this. This is going to be a do or die for a lot of people. Campesino is on the line. Bub McDaniel is on the line. All these guys, they got to win their fights, or they're going to be looking at a different promotion pretty soon.
But at the same time, we got to go back to what we were talking about. how many people can Dana cut?
Well, he has over 500 people on the roster, so he cut a whole lot of people.
Okay, how many people have you actually heard of?
Yeah, you might have
He
exactly.
has like 500 people.
Robbie Lawler.
We say, Brian, he ain't heard of nobody, but he got 500
He got
people.
500 people.
We ain't heard of nobody.
You got to change your mentality about being the head honcho and being a Nazi about it's my way or the highway.
Compare this dude to Jerry Jones, man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So you trying to compare this dude to Jerry Jones?
And I'm not a Jerry Jones fan.
And what's that guy in Washington, Daniel, the owner of the Redskins?
Hey, let's leave Jerry out of this, guys. All right, leave Jerry out.
I didn't want to say that because you're striking blood, right? And you're going to get upset.
Jerry out of
this.
Hey, UFC 171 is in Dallas, okay?
Yes.
But it's not a Jerry.
It's not a Jerry. It's not a Jerry's house. Yeah. It's not a Jerry's house.
Yeah, Jerry said it can't be two top dogs now. Can't have two top dogs in the Cowboy Stadium.
But but Dana can't. I mean, he's got to change his thinking about cutting. Okay, you lost a couple fights. Okay, we're going to cut you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kept the California kid. What's his name?
Oh,
Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
I mean, until recently, he's lost a lot of fights.
Yeah.
His record is not glimmering.
No.
But
not like it used to be.
No, he's a strike force. He was on.
But he puts on a show every
UFC,
single time.
WEC.
I mean, WC, yeah.
WC.
Yeah, WC, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was in WC Records.
He puts on a good show every single time he's out there fighting. He promotes his fights.
Right.
He's doing commercials. He's making himself in the UFC look good.
Right.
So Dana's not going to cut him.
No.
Whereas I think Nate Diaz and his brother are both awesome fighters. But, they're going to either get cut or they're not going to get any fights because they don't play ball.
They're not team players.
They're not team players, and Dana, you're going to do it my way or you're gone.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all of a sudden now you've got 15 people fighting on a card and nobody knows who any of them are.
Right.
Any of them.
Right.
This guy's got, 15 fights but only 0 in the UFC.
Well, it's kind of a mixed blessing, though, because, on one hand, you do open doors for new talent to come in, opportunities. But on the other hand, it's because of those attitudes that make these guys famous as they are today. Because they're really good guys, but when it comes to fight, they're selling a fight. They're putting on a character. They have, somebody has to be the villain.
And are you going to pay $59.95 to watch 15 people fight that you've never even heard of before?
No, I'll just watch. I'll wait till UFC Unleashed comes out.
Exactly. Watch it a year from now when it comes out.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it's coming down to. Is a lot of these fights. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is.
But all the big names are going across the pond.
Either retiring or going across the pond.
Yeah.
And the sellers are going. And like I said, and I'm gonna jump in since we talk about sellers. I got to jump up on my big seller, Chael Sonnen. I got to stay on him because to me he's one of the biggest sellers there is out there as far as producing for the UFC. And I don't think there's a mouth out there like his. I mean, give or take, you can like his fight, and you don't have to like his fight. But he promotes the UFC in that same way, to me, like you said about Dana. Dana sees that he promotes his fights, that he gets up, and he makes it interesting about coming. So in that, who's going to be that next person like that? With all these guys gone, when he's gone, who's going to be that next person to bring that dollar?
But see, I mean, do y'all enjoy that? I mean, do y'all enjoy somebody like Chael that talks and?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, you do because you got to think about it, it's the hype of the fight. Even though there's a lot of things that go along with the fight. Now you're going in here to see two athletes, okay, get in here and take care of their business, okay, but talk has always been a part of the fight. It's like the hype propaganda.
Well, it's
always
primordial.
Been, it's always been the hype man. Exactly.
It's primordial.
It's primordial. Okay, and you always had a hype man. Think about Ali. Coming across.
Yep.
He was a hype man. He talked it and got it, but he made you want to come see. Whether you want to see him win or you want to see him get his head knocked off.
But see,
you wanted to come see.
You spent the money for it, though. You know what I mean? So
pre-Customato, I wanted to watch Tyson fight. Not because he talked junk, because he didn't.
Yeah.
He walked out there and somebody got KTFO in like 30 seconds. Yeah. It was done.
Yeah, he put you down.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't have Mike Tyson's skill level. And that's a difference. You got to have a balance of both.
But I want you to come out and fight like the women fight.
Yeah.
Show me a good fight. I'll watch you again.
Okay.
Well, I think the fight's still going to be on, but still, everything is still a show that's not forgotten in that aspect.
Emmett Smith never talked
trash. And so everybody's selling. Okay.
Emmett Smith just went out there and did his job.
Well, he was cocky on the side.
Yeah.
On the side.
That's why I didn't like him.
But then, in the football, Chandra, you got other people talking for you too, and putting up for you for us. You being a fighter and you're individual, and you're coming up talking about what you're going to do as an individual, and putting yourself up on a plateau for people to look at you or go with you, presents a different inclination to me.
Well, check it out. We gotta wrap this up though, so we'll be back next week. We talk about.
Hey, before y'all wrap it up, did y'all pick the big fight?
Yeah. We already said Hendricks.
Hendricks, yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we got that while you were sleeping.
Okay, guys, who is Herb Dean?
That's the referee.
Yeah, okay, there's a bet you can make to see if Herb Dean will stop the fight too
early. Oh, hey,
y'all make that bet.
Well, that's messed up right quick because I thought that he stopped the fight. Way too early with Ronda.
Yeah, no, he did not.
I thought he stopped it too quick. I think he stopped.
Okay, so what are the odds that Herb Dean stops the fight too early?
No,
I don't think he's gonna stop.
He won't stop it too early.
No, I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back next Wednesday night, 7:30, 8:30. Feel free to give us a call, 214-814-5890. Call us in next week, and hey, let's talk.
We are Tribes Martial Arts Radio.
We out.